Okay, welcome to the show. Today is September 27th, 2025, and it's time for talk show number 7 for students of English. And let's see, today we have our guest, Catalina Barrientos. Let's see, Catalina, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi, as you said, my name is Catalina Barrientos. I am an electronic engineer and I am an English student, a professor at John Hall. Um, I grew up on a dairy farm most part of my life, and I am the youngest of three siblings and two brothers. I'm the baby of the house. And both sides of my family, my mom's and my dad's, owns dairy farms. That is why I always love cows and be in touch with cows, dairy cows.
Mhm.
Through my experience working in different jobs, I discovered my passion for dairy production and
Mhm.
nutrition and how important is the milk in human nutrition. I believe it's essential for mammals, and I truly enjoy everything related to this world. It's not just for a job or a field of study, it's something that I deeply care. So, yes, I am someone who loves dairy products.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. And just since you mentioned the word dairy products, yeah, dairy products include what?
Well, dairy products includes many different, like yogurt, like feed. Here in Costa Rica, we are in touch of yogurt, Greek yogurt, milk, different types of milk productions, products. Sorry, and ice cream, cheese. All
Hmm.
this field of something like includes milk. Oh,
Cream cheese.
cow milk.
Cream cheese.
Cows or yes, cow, sheep, or goat milk.
Oh, really? Not just cow's milk.
No. Well, the definition of milk, according
Mm.
to the right, is
Hmm.
something that came from an animal. And
Hmm. Hmm.
other ones can say like, yeah, so we have oat milk or
Hmm.
another one. Yes,
Right. Right.
but it's not a milk because the definition, if you're looking for in Google
Hmm.
or in the RAI, it's
Right.
something
Right.
that came from mammals
Right.
production.
Right. Right. So actually, goat's milk and sheep's milk is that is actually considered to be dairy, is it?
Yes, it is. I mean,
Oh, I didn't know that.
for example, Jack's, that it's something that it's mammals. It's also used as dairy products. Yeah, everything that came from a mammals, it's
Okay.
like you can use for uh, milk production. Yes.
Okay, I see. Uh-huh. Yep. Good. Okay, and let me see. Well, we have three panelists today. So let me see. Let's start with Guillermo. Briefly introduce yourself, please.
Well, hi guys. My name is Guillermo. I'm graphic designer for a company. Also a student from Young,
Mhm.
and glad to be here.
Yep. Okay. And Carlos and Valeria, briefly introduce yourselves to those who have not seen you on the show before.
Good morning. My name is Valeria. I'm a customer executive and I have been in classes with John for around 2 years. And
Mhm.
he's my husband, Carlos.
Okay, my name is Carlos. I'm working for a company who sports roles and sports plants ornamentals. I think that's my third time here in this talk show.
Mhm.
Yeah, around 2 years received class with Yom.
Mhm. Your company exports ornamental plants, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, good. Let me see. Okay. Yeah. So now in the introduction to the show, I mentioned that you had spent a year in Wisconsin, and I just very recently found out that that wasn't the only year that you spent in the United States. You actually when you first went to the United States, Catalina, you were actually in New Jersey, right?
Yes, living in the United States, my first experience was in New Jersey in a creamery called Valley Shepherd in Long Valley, New Jersey.
Okay.
And
Okay.
there,
Just a minute here, because you used the word creamery, and I'm not exactly sure what that means. Can
well,
you explain what a creamery is?
creamery in English could be like something where you can produce your own dairy products, but
Oh.
not from the industrial perspective.
Oh, I see. So like a private operation.
Could be, yeah, but more like
Well, it's a
keeping,
small company operation.
yes, keeping more like the traditional production.
Oh, okay, okay. I see. Okay. And yes, New Jersey is kind of famous for dairy farms, right?
Um, could be, yeah. Not too much, in fact. It's different parts of New Jersey. They call it
Mhm.
like the Greenland because they got a
Mhm.
great weather in there. It's not like New
Right.
Jersey,
Mhm.
but it's incredible cold. The
Right.
land they produce, yes, they are dairy production there, and also they have flowers, all the growing uh, like apples, peach, blackberries. That season
Mhm.
during the year is amazing, where you go to get
Mhm.
the apples and play with the apples and do some apple pies.
Mhm.
It's very nice.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay, so at this creamery, what kind of products did they make?
Well, and my boss, he was a Jewish, so he got a great experience around Europe, and he learned how to make products for sheep and cow and goat. So
Oh, okay.
I was in charge of the production in the plant, so it was
Hmm.
really funny because I never made cheese before.
Hmm. Hmm.
My first time was long story short. My mom, she always is a person who made everything.
Hmm.
For example, before I went to New Jersey,
Hmm.
randomly one day she said like, "Hey, you need to come and learn how to make cheese." It's like, "No, mom, why? I never been in touch with the cheese. What?
Hmm.
I mean,
Hmm.
I'm an electronic engineer." I was like, "No."
Right.
He's all like, yeah, we need to make cheese. You need to learn the basics of. And yeah, I did it. And the
Hmm.
first time when I arrived to the creamery, and my boss just gave me the recipes, like, here is, um, I need to
Hmm.
do another things, another stuff, and you're
Hmm.
in charge of the plant. It's like, what?
Hmm.
Okay. So multiple cheese were went to the garbage, but at
Hmm.
some point I started learning, and we made
Okay.
different types as well. Like for example, the Comté. It's if I'm not wrong, it's a French style cheese. We made.
Okay.
I One of my favorites to make was the sheep cheeses. It's a
Okay.
different type of uh, cheese made with sheep milk. All the milks are different. Yes, all the ones are water and fat
Hmm.
and proteins in there and different nutritional um,
Hmm.
ingredients in there. But when you make it, it
Hmm.
depends of the season. You have more fat
Hmm.
in the cheese.
Hmm.
So always the recipe could be same, but the product in the end is not.
Hmm.
So for me, that experience, it's and understand why,
Hmm.
what, and where, what, way, what was the reason of the cheese that could change during the production. It's very,
Hmm.
and also my oldest brother, Jorge.
Mm-hmm.
He was a student in Cornell in New York, and
Mm-hmm.
he's nutritionist in dairy cows. So
Okay.
every time when I had a question about why the milk is like this, why
Mm-hmm.
have in the end of the production of this cheese this reaction, meaning
Mm-hmm.
like if I have 1,000 pounds of milk
Mm-hmm.
being left, like I only got like 40 wheels of the cheese. It's like, and
Mm-hmm.
during the winter we got 50 type of different cheese. So I always ask him like, why? What is the reason? So I start learning about
Mm-hmm.
um, the reaction of the nutrition in the cows, in
Mm-hmm.
or the sheep and the goats
Mm-hmm.
directly cheese production.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I see. Okay. I'd like to remind the audience listening today that you can go ahead and write questions on the chat for this live stream if you want to ask questions for Catalina, and I'll read those questions out for you. But in the meantime, Carlos and Valeria and Guillermo, do you have any questions you'd like to ask Catalina about her experience in New Jersey?
Yeah, well, maybe if you, okay, if you learn some of the stuff here in Costa Rica and you apply them there, or if you just start like since zero without anything
Uh,
and then learn a lot just there.
well, I only learned the basis. Um, um, as I mentioned before, I grew up in a farm, so
Mhm.
I only know how milking cow and where the milk came from. And my mom just teach me how make cheese, and that is it. My two brothers, they both of them are agronomists, and uh,
Mhm.
I always need coach of farmers. And
Mhm.
when I was a child, and I'm the baby of the house, so I always be with my dad. So every time, every meeting with farmers, I was there listening.
Mhm.
Um, and I had the opportunity to travel with two of my brothers because both of them, well, my oldest one, he got the PhD last year. So during his student life, I always had the opportunity to travel there. So and try to help him doing his experiments. So being in touch with milk production, it's for my life.
Okay. Okay. I think you have milk in your veins.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. There's blood in there too, but I think there's
Yeah,
also
yes,
there's milk in there. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
80% of
Okay.
blood and 20% of milk. Absolutely,
You're
yes.
right. Right. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. How about Carlos Valeria?
No, yet.
Um,
Yeah.
well, moving on, after my experience in New Jersey, and I also have the opportunity not only to make cheese and taking care of them, because we had a cave where we put the cheese and just let them over there and all the mold doing the process and the bacteria to get
Yeah. Sorry. I want to interrupt because I think you said the word cape
cave,
and
cave,
cave. Oh,
cave.
like
Yes, the cave where you put the cheese to
really?
a couple of months and or years, and
Oh,
you got in the end a great taste. And
is that how they usually do it?
in the creamery, at the creamery, yes.
Oh.
I made I couldn't try my different types of cheese that I made because was like one of three of them. Uh,
Hmm.
the period of the production in the cave is year and a half. So I
Really?
couldn't been able to try them, and for me was the challenging because I just left your babies in there.
Right, right. Yes. Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
I didn't know how was it. In fact, and I didn't reach out with my boss like, "Hey, how was
You
the product?"
didn't.
No, I didn't. And but
And
I
they didn't
know
tell you.
no, he didn't tell me. But I know
Oh.
was was very good, and he always like, "Oh, you did a great job, Kat. This is a
Oh,
great."
he told you something.
Yeah, yeah. During the process of
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah, I was in charge also of the cave, and it
Uh,
was pretty challenging because I never been in touch of how the process of bacteria,
mhm,
molds, different types of molds in
mhm,
cheese, because that's another world too.
mhm,
All the reactions, how important is humidity, how important is a different type of, like I said, molds,
mhm,
and how important is using the rennet for the cheese, for the
mhm,
coagulation of the cheese. What is the
mhm,
reaction in the cave, and the smells, and brushing the cheese because you need to spread all the molds around the cheese, and
mhm,
using a special wood for the taste in the cheese, and everything. It's a long process, in fact, and
mhm,
you can explain it, but when you are in on place, you understood a little bit and how it does work, and it's
mhm,
very uh, and it's something like when you try your cheese
mhm,
after all the work, because it's not only taking the milk and put it in the bath, and doing the cheese. It's all the
mhm,
process. Um,
mhm,
yeah, the production, taking care of the cake, and in the end, try it.
mhm, mhm.
It's
I
very
see.
nice.
Okay.
And then,
And Catalina,
pardon.
how do you know when the cheese is in the cave that is ready and that is not going bad?
So, well, first you need to know like they got different bacterias in there. So when you're doing a cheese, you add in bacterias. So thinking like there is a kind of animals who are eating the fat or some proteins or absorbing water.
Mhm,
Um, so the reaction in there, according to the bacteria that you add in during the process of the cheese,
mhm,
so you have a reaction in the cake. What that means? Like in the wheel, imagine a wheel. So,
mhm.
for example, the Gouda, that everyone knows what is a Gouda, right?
Gouda cheese. Yeah.
Gouda cheese, yes.
Mhm,
It's a kind of flat wheel, but it's perfect.
mhm,
And the shape, the
mhm,
top part of the cheese, starting being like moldy. There is a special mold who are taking care of that cheese. Um, from another thing good to mention is there is different types of Gouda. What I made it's the traditional way to make a Gouda. We are
oh, okay.
usually with a wax Gouda that it's that you have in when you go to the supermarket in Costa Rica and you see wax around cheese. That's another type of Gouda, and also you can find the industrial one that you it's
Mhm,
sliced cheese.
mhm,
Um,
mhm,
so it's different categories of
mhm,
making cheese.
mhm,
What I made in during this period of in the creamery at the creamery was the traditional one. So I made this wheel, this perfect shape of wheel from
mhm,
cow milk, and so all the molds inside they eaten, like I mentioned, the fat and the water, and of course the type of the wood where you put the cheese, it's
mhm,
absorbing the humidity around the cheese. That's another important thing. So, according to your question, how do I know when it's ready? First, you are able to try it during the process of being in the cave. So what we do, we using a special tool that I really don't remember. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of. And you insert it, and you extract a little piece of the cheese, and you try it. So
Oh.
how is growing the cheese is going from the outside to inside. Unfortunately, we are not able to try the slice here in Costa Rica yet. We are not able to try how is the process in the cheese is. So if thinking about it like a big wheel of Gouda, it's orange inside and it's creamy. So if you try from the perspective of a slice, imagine like you are cutting a cake. So you taking out a piece off. If you think about how the cake is, usually in the middle, it's more fluffy and more like juicy. Yeah, and cheese is pretty similar. So because the cheese is exposed to outside of general, I mean all the things that it's around them, humidity is drying, molds. So in the process of the cheese, it's getting like dry and dry and then creamy inside. So first, when you extract the piece of the cheese, you try it, and you know according to taste it how it should be, or how I like as an owner, like I want to sell this type of cheese. And also we know the type of the bacteria that we're using during the process of, um, usually to, for example, for that type of cheese that I'm explaining of, we know that after 3 months the cheese is ready because the bacteria did the work during that period of 3 months. So we have two options. It is after 3 months you can try it and see how is it, and if you like it, you can sell it. And secondly, it's if you want to do it like more like industrial perspective, after 3 months, uh, because the bacteria did the work, you can just say like it's ready.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see. So it just sounds to me like before you went to New Jersey, you weren't really interested in cheese making.
Yes, it was a new world for me. Because,
Uh-huh.
doing cheese here with my mom was like basic. Like you
Right.
mix
Right. Right.
and you
But
salt and that's it, and you eat it.
right. Right. And but by the time you finished your time in New Jersey, it sounds like you were really interested in cheese.
Oh yes, absolutely. Because
Hmm.
cheese is not only just a piece of food,
Hmm.
and also yogurt, because I made sheep yogurt too.
Hmm.
It's not something like you eat it, you serve it in a party, and everyone is eating the cheese because it tastes good with
Hmm.
drink, a cocktail, or different types of wines. It's not
Hmm.
only that. From my perspective, from the field of study, it's
Hmm.
something like it's another world. From
Hmm.
the nutritional perspective, in our body, it's very important because dairy products includes fat that it's very good for our digestion, and also the proteins that they have. It's great, and I mean, when we born, what we usually well, what we use to feed in our baby, it's milk, and everyone say like, yeah, woman,
Mother's milk.
yeah, mother's milk,
Mm.
and also the powder milk too.
Mhm.
So, what are the characteristics of this milk,
Mhm.
and how do you feed it a child with milk?
Mhm.
And
Right.
and also, some moms are not able to milk in,
Mhm.
so we have to produce powder milk that needs to go through the nutritional for a baby, because
Mhm.
you are growing a human that is not able yet to process or to digest um, ingredients that it's part of the, for example, cow milk
Mhm.
or goat milk.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to make things interesting here because, Catalina, there's something that you don't know about one of the panelists today.
Yeah.
And that is, Carlos is looking at me. Carlos has an allergy to a very important ingredient in milk, which in English is referred to as casein.
Oh yeah, casein. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the proteins. Yeah.
He can't drink dairy products. At least,
Unfortunately for me.
at least not the ones that come from cows. I don't know. What about sheep's milk and goat's milk, Carlos? Are you permitted to drink those? Do they have casein in them?
Um,
Sorry, we didn't hear the answer there.
Sorry, repeat again, please.
Are you able to drink sheep's milk and goat's milk?
No, no. Because the
They
because the situation is the casein is present in all, like there's um, or in all kind of milks.
Mhm.
The casein is the protein. It's obviously mm, cow, yeah, milk in general.
Mhm. I see. I see. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. So you can't have any of these products, and you can't have any of the benefits of them, right?
Uh, yeah, yeah. For me, it was terrible because yeah, I the, I think the most important in my life all the time was the dairies. Yeah, for me,
Mm.
the favorite food, milk, cheese, all the products about the dairies.
Mm.
But yeah, it was terrible because right now at that moment, around I think around the 6 years ago, yeah, I began that situation for me. Yeah, and right now I can't consume nothing about dairy products.
Okay, but so before 6 years ago, you were sick and you didn't know what the cause of it was?
No, no, no. Yeah, mm, I think the worst part of this story is about the last 6 years ago because
Mhm.
yeah, uh, um, in my life all the time consume dairies is it not it was not problem for me, but yeah,
So
the real
you
problem.
developed it. You weren't born with this problem.
No, no,
You
no, no, no,
developed this
no,
problem.
no, 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 no. Yeah, I consume dairies all the time and I have
Mhm.
no problem with that. The problems began around 6 years ago.
And do the doctors know what caused it?
Uh, yeah, I try, yeah, and they try, but yeah, I think it's a genetic problem. And he said me, okay, this is new for you, and this is you, yeah, you need to accept that.
Uh-huh. But they don't know what actually caused this.
Yeah,
It's an allergy to casein, right?
it's the yeah, yeah, that's the
It's a allergy or it's a reaction of casein.
um.
Kind of
I
different.
think it's more. Yeah, I think it's a reaction.
Is there a difference between an allergy and
Oh
a
yeah, yeah,
reaction?
yeah. It's different. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
some people blow up, and the allergies is like you can kill someone with.
yeah, yeah, I think it's a reaction. But yeah, obviously, it's not only diaries.
Oh.
All the time we I have to include gluten, soy. Yeah, there are something like a combo. But yeah, the
Hmm.
dairy is part of them.
Well,
Hmm.
according to what you're saying, um, yeah, it could be nice and interesting to do some research in your digestion, and because what I understood is if you're breaking completely the dairy products, you're losing um, the how your stomach or your bowels can destroy it or can process all
Yeah.
different types of food, including dairy products. You probably start getting reactions to another type of food as well. Like, I don't know, you mentioned like
Gluten.
gluten problems.
Yeah.
So it's something like when human break or cut eating different types of food, you also are development reaction to another um, ingredients also. So it's good to don't, from my point of view, I recommend you, you're not asking for it, but my biggest recommendation is trying to work with a nutritionist who understand the importance of don't cut it completely different type of food because during your life you will develop
Ah,
some issues of. And I'm saying that because well, it's important to people understand what is a casein.
Mhm.
Uh, so we have from everyone knows that we have a many of different types of, like I mentioned before, milks. So I'll mention like three that we are in touch:
Mhm.
cow's milk, goat's milk, and sheep milk. The
Mhm.
casein, that it's a protein, um, it's depending of the animal.
Mhm.
So we have cow's milk that it's rich in, we call it A1 and A2 beta casein,
Mhm.
which are the most studied types. A2, and I mentioned and highlight the A2 for you, Carlos, is considered the easier to digest for some people. Um, there is another one that it's gold milk that has the less casein overall and contains mostly the A2 beta casein. So, from my perspective, and working with doctors and nutrition people, um,
Mhm.
you will be able to start using A2 beta casein milk in your nutrition food because it's completely less. They have less casein, and it's easier for your stomach to do your digestion. And you will be your body um, probably uh, will tolerate uh, better and different than the cow's milk. And the other one is a sheep milk. It has the highest content um, of protein. When you make a cheese and you put it like the same process of different type of milk, you have a wheel like this weight from the milk, the cow's milk, from the sheep. As the same amount of milk production, you have like finished cheese, and from
Mhm.
sheep you have much than the cow's production cheese because
Mhm.
the protein is higher in the sheep milk. And this one also includes casein, and it's very nutritious. I mean, the sheep milk is the better for human digestion. And it's commonly used for making cheese because, like I mentioned, has the highest protein. So mention about casein also, and because I'm talking about cheese, as cheese ages, enzymes and bacteria that is like the animals inside the cheese break down the caseins. What that means is like they are eating the caseins into and well, eating and destroying. You can imagine like the protein. It's multiple. like balls like this, you have like a chain of multiple balls, right? I
Mhm.
don't have more balls, so I just want to explain it. So,
Sure, sure.
like you have a chain of these balls, right? So, what you doing with ages cheeses, meaning like from my perspective, I will introduce you, Carlos, to eating like, for example, um, what is called? I don't know, like a Comte that it's 1 year of cheese. So what is happening? The bacteria and the enzymes inside the cheese are breaking down in a little pieces. So what they do is destroy the chain, and getting a small parts, this peptide, this protein, this part of the protein into a small peptides around. So you will
Peptides. Okay.
peptides, yes, around. Um, and amino acids. This
Amino
process,
acid. Yep.
yeah, this process is called proteolysis, and
Hmm.
that is why you have in the ages cheeses a strong flavor and softer texture. So when you try like Conte or aged cheddar, um, and what else? What else? Well, I completely forget all the names of the cheeses right now.
Hmm. Well,
More
there's so
that
many.
if you start reading the labels of the cheese, please get more than 3 month aged cheeses. So what I'm explaining, they're breaking all the caseins, and of course you have different flavors, and it's the stronger flavor, and the texture is more softer. So it's gonna be digestible for you because yeah, it's a value reminds uh, eight cheeses still provide protein, but it's more digestible. If you, for example, oh, I remember one that it's pretty normal for us to use it. A piece, not the powder that you sell in the shelves in the supermarket. Uh, the Parmesan. So
Parmesan. Okay.
yeah, if all the ones know the Parmesan, yeah, everyone has
Parmesan cheese. Yep.
to see a piece of Parmesan that it's dry, and um,
Yes.
they have a strong flavor.
Hmm.
So I don't know if Carlos, if you can try that one, I will be okay with. You will be okay with from my perspective and from my understanding. And I encourage you to try Parmesan. That because the Parmesan should be year and a half in the cave, and it still has the casein, but it's modified like I did the explanation of, and you will not have any issues with. But as I said, you definitely need to continue because in your future you can develop another allergies or another reactions in your body. It's not only from your food. Your body needs different nutritional for survive. It's not like yeah, I will
Hmm.
break down and I'm still drinking like the oat milk or almond milk. Um, because if you compare both of them, the real milk and the fake milk, if you compare the components of from human nutrition, definitely the dairy is going to win.
Yeah. Something I want to say here, and I should have said it a long time ago, and this word is actually casein. And
Casing.
I have to, yeah, it's not casein. And I think I was saying that, but I checked the pronunciation right now. It's not a word that most people in English know. I had to look it up. But yeah, casein
Yeah,
is the name.
casing. Yes, and I have during my work in we have a joke in in Wisconsin in the Center of Diet Research.
Uh-huh.
We have a different foreign people,
Mhm.
so we joke about how you do the pronunciation of Gouda,
Oh,
and from the Gouda came from say like Gouda, but from Netherlands they said like Gouda. And the United
yeah.
States, I don't remember the pronunciation, but I know they joking about like, yeah, we are saying like uh, Gouda, something like that.
Oh,
And
well, I've yeah, I've heard Gouda,
oh, Gouda, yeah,
Gouda.
yeah, Gouda
Yeah,
is what they said. Yes, yes. So it's the
but
same thing.
it should be Gouda or something like that. That's a little bit
Yeah,
more
it's
like the
Gouda.
Dutch. Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
at least from the cheese came from, they say like Gouda. It's pretty
Gouda.
similar for casing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Um, uh,
Tasting. Yeah.
Catalina, thanks for all that information. I think it's a very good information. I know it's a vital information for a lot of people
Mhm.
because yeah, that is a real situation. Sometimes the doctor said, okay, the easy way to resolve that is the change the milk,
Your diet.
yeah, vegetable milks, blah blah blah. That is the easy way to resolve that. Yeah, I think it's very very important that information. Thanks.
Yeah. And if you need help, um, you can go through John, and I can even myself I can help you with, or I can contact you someone who can help you in. Because generally speaking, not only for Carlos' example, um, nutritional values for our body, it's so important. Like I mentioned, it's not just for eating. Our blood, our digestion needs some components to survive. Some people that are not able because they have real uh, bad reactions, allergy reactions. Because I had a customer in New Jersey during my farmers market. She has a child that she's allergy. She got an allergy when she burned of all the animals, um, like cows, goats, and sheep. Not only the milk; it's the animal. In fact, and it's like us for cats. I have an allergy for cats. It's she got allergy for cows, sheep, and goats. And for me, it was
Mhm.
like, wow, I never heard about it. And
Mhm.
she was not able to eat also any from mm, dairy products.
Okay.
So her feeding was pretty challenged. And but her mother, she was able to eat cheese and eat yogurt, but she was like, I need to keep my dairy products and different type of food completely separate in the fridge because my child it's
Right.
complicated allergies. So
Right.
I asked her like, okay, I don't understand the perspective. What is the reason you have well your child has allergy for the animal? But if you try, like for example, I don't know, goat, that is the easiest for doing the digestion. What will happen to her? It's like you will kill her. But the problem is we need to, well, the doctors start doing some research about her and trying to, because we are able right now with all the technology, we're able to separate the proteins and all the enzymes in the caseins in the proteins. So we understand those change in the proteins, what is happening and what is the reason of. So I can start feeding her with this and this and this because we did the research for. So my child can survive. And what I'm saying this is because, for example, some people like you, Carlos, stop completely the diet and our body, like I said, needs some components to survive. And for example, in the future, you can develop like cholesterol problems. You can develop like your liver start having a problems with I don't know, some sickness. So with your diet, you can provide probiotics coming from vegetable supply also, but you need to keep the eye on because your diet, it's important or important to keep a balance in your nutrition. And if you are cutting completely something, you need to understand that if you want to cut it completely from dairy products, you need to supply from vegetable with a really amount to do the equilibrium of the diet supply for your body.
Yeah. Let me see here. Guillermo, you haven't had very much of an opportunity to speak here. I'm wondering if you have any questions for Catalina?
Well, I don't have problem eating cheese or dairy products, so I don't have like question about that kind of topic. But I'd like to know what is the strangest or the weirdest chip that you ever tried.
Oh, oof.
Sorry, did you say the strangest
Yes, like
cheese?
yes.
Oh, okay, okay. Uh-huh.
So, doing my one of the projects that I had work is not the strangest. Um, I tried many of them that I just need to close my nose and try it because a human perspective, how the food states coming from first from the smelling. So
Right. Yeah.
there is a different type of cheese that are so stinky.
Yeah. Yeah.
You like
Stinky cheese. Yeah.
smell like bad, but when
Mm.
you try, it's so creamy and so fatty, and it tastes so good. But you need to not able to smell it
Right. Right. Yeah.
because the specific bacteria in there makes the cheese smell stinky.
Yeah.
But according to
I think there are certain blue cheeses that are like that.
no, yeah, absolutely. And
Mhm.
the blue cheese is, yeah, they have a special bacteria with all the air inside. They do this green mold
Mhm.
makes the cheese that smells like stinky. But there is another one that smells worse
Oh,
than
really?
and the taste is it's amazing. So yeah, so I close my nose and I eat it because you need to try. First of all, because you are doing some research about it, and also because yeah, why not? You always need to be able to try everything if you don't have any food restrictions. But according to Guillermo questions, in a world of dairy products, we have the Potter products. So you are
Sorry, we have what products?
the Potter products.
I don't understand what you mean.
The Potter, the dry products that it's like, yeah, powder.
Powder. Oh, powder. Oh, okay, I got you. Like Parmesan cheese.
No, like
No.
leche pinito in Costa Rica.
Oh, okay. Powdered milk.
Powdered milk, yes.
Okay, okay, I got you. Yep.
And yeah, we have the world of powdered milk. And
Mm.
it's not only like leche pinito, that it's kind of sweet. And the sweetest is not because they add sugar. I need to highlight that it's coming from the lactose. Okay, lactose
Mhm.
is sugar. Closing that, closing that. Um, yeah, I was making mac and cheese. We had in the project to develop a new product of mac and cheese. So how?
And just in case people don't know, that's macaroni and cheese,
Well, yeah, macaroni
right?
and cheese. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So if you, I don't know if all of you know what is the macaroni and cheese from the boxes. Well, you are able to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
it
yeah.
in a good way, and then you
Mhm.
can just get it from the supermarket. So
Right.
when you open the box, you find the pasta and also a small bag, paper bag, in fact,
Mhm.
with a powder, right? That usually it's
Powder. Yeah.
powder.
Yeah.
Like usually it's orange color. So this
Yes.
powder is cheese with fat.
Oh, but is it? It looks so artificial.
Uh, I cannot respond you that. I should
Right.
not respond you that um,
Uh-huh.
eh, because we are in live. But it's they have different ingredients in there.
Uh-huh.
A part, some part of the this powder
Uh,
is dry cheese.
okay, okay.
So I had to try thousands of different powders with different taste of cheese.
Oh.
And at some point was like, okay, I'm trying the powder number 20. And if you mix number 20 with number 15 and number 5, you will get the reaction of Parmesan. And yeah, and it's so interesting because you are learning how your tongue is processing the flavors of the different
Mm,
ingredients for doing
mhm,
something.
mhm,
So, for example, if you eat like, if you bite a lemon and then you drink water, you have in your mouth a sweet reaction. It's like, why? Right?
yeah. Mhm,
Everyone has made that. Um, so when you're doing like powder uh, products,
mhm,
as mac and cheese, you need to try different components that include came from dairy, most of them, not all the
mhm,
ones.
mhm,
And you need to have a reaction to, in the end, have ingredient for it. So it doesn't make like something weird, but for me, less because, like I said, with different ingredients, in the end, you get a taste of something. And
mhm, mhm.
was very interesting and weird because I learned how your tongue and how your brain process all of this taste.
Mhm,
Okay,
mhm.
that's so cool. Yes, because when I was a child, I remember that I was watching a TV show from Italy, I guess, and they were trying like a cheese with worms, something like that. So
Oh, those are
Worms?
the worms. Yeah.
worms. Yes, I asked asked myself if that was healthy or something like secure to eat.
Well, if I am not wrong, well, those kind of cheese is called like rotten cheese, and
Okay.
yes, I think I don't know which one you watch, um,
Mhm.
but yeah, it's considered that the legacy from some locals, and
Okay.
yes, it's from the European Union. They got healthy regulations for it because yes, they got worms in there, and it's made from sheep milk. Um, and this worm, it's a larva of making
Oh,
from
yeah, I think you want to say larva.
yeah.
Larva is the word in English.
Oh, good. Okay, larva
Uh-huh.
of the cheese. It's a reaction inside the cheese, and it's made from the cheese. It's a specific
Uh-huh.
um, if I'm not wrong, it's called like Flola Case, something like that in Latin. So what it's happening, this larva, it's breaking down the fat in the cheese. This larva specifically, it's processing the fat, or it's, we can say, like eating the fat, and it's making extremely soft and creamy cheese. But yeah, like I said, they have European regulations, and could be interesting to try. But
Okay, but when you eat the cheese,
you're
the
not able to
worm,
eat the worm. Yeah, you should not eat
oh, the
it.
worm isn't there anymore.
When you process or you cut the cheese, yeah, the larva is still there.
The
But
larva is still in the cheese. You eat the larva too.
well, uh,
I can see
I
Valeria is just thinking, wow, that would be so great to try. Yeah.
Smells really nasty.
yeah, it's kind of disgusting. I don't know, John. I say, like, I don't know if you eat the larva too. I made one cheese that it's
Oh,
the reaction in the cheese. Yes, there is a specific insect that, well, the larva, that is eating the fat in there. But when you are cut it, and you need to clean it, you brush in and try to remove the most, um,
remove what?
trying to remove as much you can the larva. But
Oh,
wasn't
I
the
see. I see. I
piece
see.
that I made. But Guillermo is mentioning this casu, marsu. It's something called like that. That I don't remember really how it's called. Yeah, but I think the presence of the live insects is still there when you eat it, and
Okay.
it's only for the town. You are not able, or from the European Union, it's not legal to sell this
To
cheese.
sell. To sell.
Well, to sell this cheese.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It's an illegal cheese.
it's not a legal cheese for them, but it's illegally for another countries
Oh, really? Really?
to sell them.
Oh,
I mean, if you
okay.
want
Okay.
to eat it in the place, go ahead. It's up
Oh,
to
okay.
you.
Okay.
Of
Where
course,
is that? Is that in Italy? What country is that cheese made in? You
yes,
don't know?
it's Sardinian cheese. Yes, I guess it's
Sardinian. Okay, so that would be Italian. Yes.
yes. So
Oh, okay.
it's something for the region. That it's it.
Right. Right. Right.
If you're getting to here to Costa Rica, you probably will spend a couple days in Italy more.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Extra
Okay.
3 days in Italy. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if I go to Sardinia, I'm definitely going to have to try that cheese. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me see. Well, okay. It's coming up to 10 o'clock. So actually, I guess we should stop here. But yeah. Well, okay. That is very interesting. I know I learned a lot of things today about cheese and dairy products. And yeah, that was very interesting, Catalina. And yeah, if let's see, I don't see any questions in the chat.
Only a short question for Catalina. Do you have a gyro brand right now here in Costa Rica?
Again, pardon?
Yeah, sorry. Can you repeat the question? I didn't understand
Sorry.
it either.
Do you have a dairy brand here in Costa Rica right now?
Oh,
Oh,
brand. Okay.
no, I am not. I am not. No, in the
Okay.
future, probably.
The next step.
Yeah, it's gonna be the next step, the step of my life.
Okay.
No, not right now.
Okay.
But someday I imagine you'd like to have your own creamery.
Yeah, that could be amazing.
That
Yeah.
would be awesome. Yes. Okay. Good. Yes. But in the meantime, your family produces milk, and they they provide it to Dos Pinos
Yes,
or
yes.
Coronado or some company like that, right?
Yeah, all my family, both sides of my family, fathers, mothers, mother, all the ones produce. They have dairy farms and they supply to Los Pinos.
And where are the farms located?
All the ones here in San Carlos.
San Carlos area. Yep. Yes. Okay. Good. Well, great. I think that's good. We can stop the show. Nobody has any more questions, right? Okay. Yeah. Good. So, yeah. Well, thank you very much, Catalina. That was very, very interesting. And yeah, we'll end things right here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Catalina.
You.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, bye, everybody.